Hi everyone. So today I'm going to show you how you can create a form using Grid. So here's the newsletter form that I created. So here we have email address and then comments. So basically I can just type my email address here. For example, this is my email address. And then you can see it automatically pops up the subscribe button. And then we can even include like additional comments. So hello, I'm interested in your newsletter. Okay. So there's a validation process here when we type in the email address. So you can see if I remove the alias, the subscribe button actually gone missing. For example, if I remove the dots. So there's some validation, so just to make sure that people actually type in the correct format of the email. So as you can see here, we have received the email. There's even an attachment of the form. So you can see it's the same thing. So yeah, that's the showcase on how you can create it. Next, we'll go into how you can actually build it yourself. So here's the form you're looking at. Just a quick explanation of what each means. So basically we have the cover photo here. So this is actually created using Canva. And then email address and comments. These are just text. And then you also have this thing called input field. So you should be able to see like there's an element type input field, and then it's targeting a style. So it's similarly for comments as well. So it's the same. And then we have the subscribe button. So just click at it. So for the subscribe button, so you can see this is actually the element type. So it's called submit button. And then you can select two types of actions. So one is send email. Another one is trigger Zapier, which is to trigger the automation. And then it's also referencing a subject here. See from the grid sheet, so we have the email address, the comments, validate email address, and then subject. So basically the email address is what we had in the input. So every time you type an input, it will just change here. And then comments as well is the same. And then for validate email address, so this is actually referencing the cell that we had for B1, so email. So you just make sure that we actually have the correct format. So for example, we just type again, you can see it's actually false. And then we type in the correct email format. You can see it comes true. So that's why it's validating. So why we actually use this, right? So when you can look at the subscribe button, so depending on whether it's a true or false. So what happens is that there's a customized button here. So you can see there's a visibility. So when it's true, it will automatically show the button. But when it's not true, when it's false, you just hide it. So that's why we have that formula there. And then last but not least, we have the subject. So basically this is just a newsletter subscriber and then plus the B1, which is the email address. So that's how you can actually build a grid form. Thank you.